What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Deluxe 20, aka Mr. Camp-tastic. What's up, guys? Deluxe 20 here, bringing you guys a breakdown of my newest keyboard here. I've got the Corsair Gaming K65, and it's got the RGB, so you can any color you can dream of up here. But I wanted to kind of show a side-by-side with my Black Widow 2013, I believe it is, which is the one that I currently use from Razer. And so I'm going to kind of give a comparison side-by-side, just to like the basic functions to it. I'm not going to go really in-depth and stuff. There's a lot of people out there that have some breakdowns that are a lot more in-depth than what I'm going to do. But we're going to play around a little bit with some of the customization things you can do here on the Corsair, and so yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, as you can see, the Corsair is a lot smaller because it doesn't have the 10 key number pad, whatever you want to call it, over here to the side, and it also doesn't have the macros here on the side. But to be honest, I don't think I've used the macros, maybe, but except for DayZ. When I'd play DayZ with Deluxe, that's about the only time I'd set a macro. And I do use the number pad, but it's something that I wouldn't have to use. Certain things you can use it for, certain things you don't have to. Anyway, but I've got them both set up right now with the green light. The Razer, of course, only glows green, which I like the green, so it's really cool. Right now I have it set at about the setting that I usually have it set at as far as brightness, although it will go a lot brighter. Let me see if I can turn this up if you guys can even see it. We're going to turn it all the way up. As you can see, it's really bright if you go all the way up. And of course the Corsair is already set at 100% on the lighting, so that's as bright as it goes. However, I don't know why anybody would want theirs to be that bright, so I'll bring it back down a little bit just so you guys can kind of see the two. A couple of things that are on the Corsair, you've got your dimming here. Of course, you turn it off, 1, 2, 3, and then back off to off. So I do like it at the brightest setting, just because, like I said, it's about what my keyboard already had set at, so it's kind of what my eyes are already used to. Now the keys, they don't seem to shine through as bright as, say, these. Of course, these have a different like font on the keys, so it makes it it does take some getting used to, like when you're looking at it, things like that. But it does have, like, for instance, when you shift to hit you know, exclamation point, all this stuff up here, it's a lot easier to see because it does shine through. Whereas down here, like, you probably can't even see these, like the I don't even know what they're called, I guess secondary buttons or whatever, when you hit shift to hit something, because they're just painted on there, it doesn't glow through those. So that will be a plus, even though it is really small, because it's such a compact keyboard. But you can see, at least see those when it's in the dark and you're trying to find certain bracket or something that you don't usually use. Anyway, some of the other things, it's got just your mute, and it's got your volume up and down, which is plug and play. As soon as I plugged it in, it worked fine. I didn't have to install anything. The whole keyboard was like that as well. The one thing that you do have to download would be the software to mess around with the Corsair, like with the keyboard, with the lighting and setting different key stuff or whatever, and that's the Corsair utility engine. And you can just go to their website, and it's free download, and it just takes a second to download. So but you do have to have that downloaded to be able to play around with the colors and just whatever like that. Anyway, another thing that it has is it has this lock button here. You can see it lit up there, but with the lock button, what it does is it locks your Windows key. So if you're playing and you accidentally hit the Windows key, it doesn't you know, mess up your game and take you straight to Windows. You can also, within the the software, you can also set it up to where when you push that button, it locks up like Alt F4 or something like that. You can lock up different things so that you don't accidentally close out something or whatever. So yeah, so I just want to kind of give you guys a view of like a side-by-side of what the two look like. Now we're going to kind of focus in more on the Corsair as we mess around a little bit. Alright, so we're going to jump right over here into the different things. We've got assignments, where you can assign different keys, lighting, and performance. Like I said, right now I have it set it all green so that it matched, so you guys can kind of compare the brightness. But you can set any key to whatever color you want. So if I want to set an individual key, then I can just set one key. If I want to drag like all my numbers or whatever, I want to highlight those. Let me highlight them. There we go. I can make them a different color, or I could do every row a different. Oh, I didn't do very well there. I want to do like every row a different color, then I can. And there's so much that you can do with this software. We'll do this blue, and what else we got here? Blue, red. I don't know. We'll go with purple. Alright, so as you can see, here, you can see the colors are different. You can obviously tell that the colors are a little bit different. But when you mix it up a lot like that, the way these keys are, it shines more underneath than through, because the part that shines through here, like the letter, is very small on the key, whereas down here, like the letter's a lot larger than say the P right there. So it shines more below it. So I mean, you can tell a little bit of a difference. But yeah, if you're just setting like certain things, that's a little bit different. You can also, there's some different settings, like if you wanted to, I think you just hit Control to, like if you wanted your WSD to be a certain color, or you wanted, whatever. They have different setup things that you can do, where you can have for different, like you could download one for Photoshop, and it'll have the things lit up that just need for Photoshop, like stuff that you can actually use, and all the keys that aren't used in Photoshop are a certain color. You can do it for, I'm sure there's one for like Vegas and After Effects, all that stuff. So kind of to help you learn the layout of different keys and stuff, you can download different ones, different profiles and stuff like that, effects. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the effects that come with it. Like here you can see that it goes just by your percentages, just like your 1, 2, and 3 buttons that I showed you with this. It does the same thing here on the screen. Some of the effects that come with it, there's the rainbow wave, and it's just kind of, the colors going through in a wave motion. It's kind of cool. The next one is a color shift, where it just kind of goes like it's red to blue, then it'll fade to green or whatever, or red, or I don't know. Anyway, but it just kind of fades color to color. The next one's colored pulse, where it just kind of goes in and out, and you can see, as this is pulsing, anytime it goes back to green, my keys are, when it goes to green, my keys are still white. So that's kind of cool. As it goes back to your base color, and then it'll change to a different color and then back. The color ripple is really cool, just kind of like a wave, and it just sends a different color each time, but you can still see my WASD is white, and the base color here is green. It just kind of has a wave going through it. The next one is the type lightning key, which what it does is when you type, it changes it to a different color, deluxe or whatever, and it'll eventually fade back to whatever color you had it at. And then this one's kind of my favorite. It's like the type lighting ripple. So like when I hit a key, it sends a ripple out throughout the keyboard of different colors or whatever. So that's kind of cool. With advanced settings, you can do all kinds of stuff. Like I said, we're just kind of barely scraping the surface on this stuff. Here in the performance is what I was talking about, where when you hit the lock key here, you can disable Alt-Tab, Alt-F4, or the Windows key. Right now I just have it set as Window key. Different assignments, you can assign different keys to different things. So it's all very interactive. You can set it up kind of however you want to, but the thing I like the best is the lighting, just because I can, I can do whatever color I want to do or whatever. It looks really cool. So we've got a lot more stuff from my Corsair stuff that we're gonna hop right over to. Alright, next up I have the H1500 gaming headset sent to me by Corsair Gaming, and with it has a 7.1 surround sound, 50mm drivers, it's got neoprene covered ear pads, it's all USB. You can look here just at the box, just kind of get an idea of what the box looks like. Now let's look over at the headset. As you can see, I've got it stretched out here on my Minecraft head so that you can see if you have a huge head, it'll obviously fit. But it's got the Corsair Gaming logo there on the side. It's got the microphone there that you can use if you use the headset. It's also all USB, so it's one plug, does everything. And here on the inline, it's got the volume up, volume down, and the mute button. When you have it plugged in, it's all lit up really bright with LED. On the back, it's got a little bit of kind of like a clip where you can clip it to your shirt or whatever you want to clip it to. But yeah, anyway, it's got a really nice cord. It's all like braided, and it's one cord. It's really maneuverable. Up here at the top, it's got a nice soft cushy strap to it. It's padded with memory foam and neoprene wrapped around the outside. Very easy to adjust and slide however you need it. The earphones, like I mentioned, are all neoprene with the 55mm drivers. You can see it has the soft memory foam there on the outside of the cups. And it's really comfortable. It's just a little bit warm sometimes, but other than that, it's a really good headset. The next thing that I have up is the Sabre laser mouse here, and I haven't really played around with it a lot, but it's very similar to the keyboard that you saw earlier. It's got all the stuff where you can change the colors and all that, but I haven't played with that yet, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And then last, they sent me the MM400 Corsair pad here for my mouse. It has kind of a rough, hard plastic feel to it. I want to thank Corsair for sending all this stuff over to me. It's amazing, and I can't wait to start using this a little bit more and give you guys maybe a little more update on how everything worked out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.